EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present this first step on the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Quinta, California and PGA West, it's the opening round of the first tournament of the new year, the American Express. Always nice to get that first one out of the way, and that's going to be a good one to get this tournament started. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavigay III.
151 yards left, pinned just on the front edge.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
So the short miss, and those are painful. Okay, good putt there, but it is a bogey here at 1, and he'll drop back to 1 over par. You know, Frank, this is a great setting for kicking off the new season. This Palm Springs area weather is almost ideal every single year. It's kind of like golf in a dome. So what's the secret to being successful on desert courses like this? Because we've seen some really low scores through the years.
Rich, you nailed it. Dome-like conditions means everybody's going to go low. You're not really worrying about cross breezes. Plus, add that in that it's a relatively flat track. That means there's no elevation changes really to consider. Green's also relatively flat, so get that ball on the putting surface. Greens aren't overly quick, but really anything inside 20 feet, you're going to have a good look at it. And don't keep looking at that leaderboard, because if you think you're going to make birdies, everybody else is doing the same thing. Pedal to the metal. That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
"11 feet away." That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Okay, it's a bogey here at the second. And that's going to move him back to 2 over par. Next up, the 471-yard par 4 third, nicknamed Crescent because the green is shaped like the crescent moon. Has to hug the right side off the tee to avoid the large fairway bunker on the left. just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
Look here at birdie.
And these are the putts you drill when you're on the putting green before the round. This should have a good chance to go in.
That one just going to sneak on by. So that safely in. It's a par here at the 3rd. And he'll remain at 2 over par. We arrive now at the first par 3 of the day, the 192-yard 4th. Large bunker on the right is the only trouble to avoid. Better to be long here than short. And that one needed to put on the brakes, but could not, and this will wind up over the green. Oh, yes. You love to get breaks like that early in a tournament. That one in for a surprise birdie. All right, let's see what you have in the bag. Let's see what you have inside. This one is 535 yards. It's par 5. It's nicknamed Double Trouble. You think you have 314 yards of carry? That's what it takes to clear that water. And that's the place to be. That's right of the water and into the fairway here at 5.
Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4.
-1 for the day. This is a monster par 3, this 6th hole, at 255 yards. On top of it, you're looking at water on the right. The good news is, if that's just a little too much for you to take on, there is a bailout area on the left if you'd rather play it safe. Yeah, we see this a lot here at 6. It is such a long par 3. This one doesn't stay, and it's into the rough. That's pretty good. This 6th green is not an easy one to hit, but that is safely aboard. Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And he's going to fall out of red figures, back down to even par. Par 4 7th is only 346 yards, but there is trouble down the right side with the water, so you need to be straight here. And it might be a good idea to pull out the fairway wood or even a long iron just to keep it in play. Give yourself a chance at making birdie.
Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
Now this, his second to the par 4 from just off the fairway. This will be a 14-foot putt here. You betcha, what a roll there. That is in for a birdie. Up next, the 559-yard par 5 8th, where we get a little break from the water found on the previous 3 holes, but there's plenty of sand to make up for it. Good driving hole. Let it rip. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole.
The beauty of this par 5, so many different ways to play it and be a little wayward, even with the tee shot or the second shot. But really, it's going to be about the third shot today. How close can you hit it?
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
You can see the frustration building. That is not a great putt there. Okay, so that one finished off for double bogey. And he's going to fall back now to 1 over par. Wrapping up the front 9 here at PGA West with a 452-yard par 4 ninth hole. You can plainly see where you don't want to hit it. That's in that water down the right side. So paramount to be on the left. If you put that ball where you're supposed to, you have a good chance to finish this front 9 with a birdie. No issues here. That is into the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
Right at 155 yards to the front, 158 to the hole, standing on the wrong side of par right now, looking to get back to even.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Oh, well, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he is very quickly down to 2 over par. Starting the backside with a 416-yard par 4 10th. Favor the right side to avoid the water, which is once again a factor. This starting toward the right side.
Once again, doesn't count as a fairway hit. We all know that for the first cut, the ball sitting up. See what can happen from here.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good.
What a way to start the back nine. That is a tremendous iron shot.
The putter has not been at its best, but this is a good look for birdie. Well done there. It's a birdie to kick off the back nine. Well, here it is, the longest hole on the golf course. The par 5 11th is 617 yards. You need to bash that tee ball and get all of that second shot. Who knows, maybe you can get home in two. This one is all you can handle. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. I'm not sure he got every bit of that three-wood trying to get home to this par 5 and 2, but still in the ball game for a birdie.
No, that's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Nope. Oh. Good putt there, though it is a bogey here at the par 5, and that won't help the cause one bit. Up next, the number 18 handicap hole at PGA West, 363-yard par 4 12th. Left side of the fairway is well guarded by bunkers, so the right side is ideal.
What a great driving exhibition, just pounding that driver down the fairway. I want to see more of this.
So now from just 76 yards away, here's his second. And that is not the spot to be.
Oh, that just flew out of that rough. And, well, I was never going to stop. Bogeyed the previous hole, and looks like it's going to be even worse here.
Oh, off the flagstick. Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And that's going to move him back to 4 over. Look what we have here, more water. 214-yard par 3 13th offering, little bailout right and water left. Accuracy off the tee is the key here. And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green.
Quite easy to see, mission not accomplished. The job was to get the ball out of the rough, land the ball on the green, and that did not happen.
So that not his best, and this part of his game has been disappointing to say the least today.
It certainly has, and sometimes you just get too much going on upstairs. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't focus on what you need to do.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. It happens. You have a tough hole. Time to pick up and move on after the triple bogey. Arriving now at the 389-yard par 4 14th. Bunker on the right side of the fairway, so it is best to favor the left side off the tee.
It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2. Decent swing. Don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot. I was never going to stop on the green. Coming out of the thick stuff, it's not quite overspin, but it's the next best thing. That was motoring.
Well, that, not his finest effort, and it's going to leave a very anxious putt to say bogey. Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. Oof. A lot of you out there can relate to that. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. As we arrive at 15 and head back toward the clubhouse, we come to the hole they call Turning Home, a 468-yard par 4, and the second hardest hole at PGA West. Have to be straight off the tee, as there are bunkers on both sides of the fairway. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. 174 yards remaining here as he'll play his second. Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. Yeah, that's going to be just okay. Might have been a little worried about not getting it out, and instead, this is going to leave a tough putt coming up. This is a 9-footer. A little too careful with that. That comes up a couple of feet short. That'll get just past the hole. Time to move on to the next hole. We now come to the 600-yard par 5 16th. Avoid the bunker on the left side of the fairway off the tee, and beware of the massive green side bunker on your approach. Once in there, it's a chore to get out. No hitch in the giddy up there. That might be the drive of the round so far. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Well, at least he can draw on the experience from the previous hole. Again in the bunker. Well, gonna get a chance to try that again. This is the 4th shot now, coming out of the bunker. That's out of the bunker, but it does not find the green. It's into the rough. A little strong on the chip right there. Certainly not ideal.
Well, that's for sure. And that leaves double bogey on the table.
This hole really taking its toll now. Well, not to be. Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on. Arriving now at Alcatraz, the famous 17th hole at PGA West. Island green, reminiscent of Sawgrass, 168-yard par 3. It is most definitely a knee knocker. Okay, that one average at best, and he'll have a fairly long putt coming up next. Iona, this a birdie putt.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Nah, got it out there too far. It was trying to come back, but couldn't get there. That one finished off toward bogey here at 17. And that's going to drop him even further down the leaderboard. We finish up our round at PGA West at the 439-yard par 4 18. Key here, avoiding the water running down the left side of the fairway. It is best to favor the right side, but you have to avoid the bunkers there as well. Knew it right away. That is way left. Well, this is where you need a good attitude. It is all going wrong. You're going to let it completely get away, or you're going to try to pull it back together. This is that moment. Yeah, much better there. No questioning whether this is inbounds. It is right there in the fairway. One last good approach here to the 18th hole. Let's see what happens. Okay, out of the bunker and on to the green at last. Time to pick up and move on. So our featured golfer well back after round one and now likely in a fight just to play the weekend.
I think they're in a different zip code today, Rich. It's like watching two different players. Really, the ones at the